What's up, people, and welcome to the what appears to be the final installment of the Tim Pool and ELiza Bleu Arc. So, I guess as one last dig, after I made the last video where they removed part 3, either sometime later that night or the following morning, they removed parts 1, 2, and 3 in their entirety. And rather than that little disclaimer saying that the article was under review, they decided to put this little statement down here saying, due to the fact that the gonzo journalism style of this series was misperceived by readers, the series in its entirety has been removed. We apologize for any inconvenience. So again, blaming us, the viewers, the readers, as we are the ones that are so unsophisticated that we couldn't understand Shane Cashman's style of journalism. What? Why? Why would you do this? Why would you make it worse? I don't understand. You could have just said, we're removing this article due to whatever. But they had to throw that one last little dig in there at everybody. Considering we're, as a YouTuber and other YouTubers, are cannibals or leeches or what other, degrading synonyms they could come with for YouTuber. I don't understand this. I don't understand why they keep doing this. You know, honestly, I haven't watched Tim since I made that first video, except through other sources. I haven't clicked on IRL. I haven't clicked on Timcast, which supposedly he's retiring from Timcast. Why? Because it's not making him enough money. That's it. He's not doing it because he got any sort of blowback or pushback. He's doing it because he said it doesn't make him enough money. And then to top it all off, I think he pissed off a bunch of people by making his chat members only now, so you have to pay just to say something. It's just, it seems like the griftathon is over, both literally and figuratively. I don't know if he's doing this for a reason. I mean, the guy is successful. He might have a plan in place for all this mess. I don't know. I honestly don't care. It seems like we're at the end of this whole debacle just because you've got a tweet from Cashman over here saying, I'm grateful that ELiza trusts me with her story. I'm grateful for my readers. I am proud of my work. I am blessed with these opportunities. There has been no new information brought to light that would sway my belief in her, nor played a role in the removal of the series. That's a load of horse shit. Because he spoke to Defengo, and you can see Defengo is the first person that responds to him saying, so basically you lied about me knowingly and simply don't want to believe I exposed that company for a reason and would rather stick to your guns? Well, you know what that means. Yes, what that means is he's probably going to sue him. And the only reason I say probably is because they did remove the article, so I'm not entirely sure if they have a case. One would argue that they do have a case because, thousands of people read those articles. Those articles were covered by I don't know how many different YouTubers. So, his usage of the gang stalker as a stand-in for Defengo is not good. I mean, it's pretty obvious they were talking about him. And I think Cashman even admitted he was talking about Defengo. So, it's a good thing they pulled the articles, because now there's nothing to talk about unless you go to the Wayback Machine and start pulling them up to read them for yourself. They can at least say they retracted the articles. But, this is, I think we're at the end of this. Except for maybe, I mean, ELiza Bleu already had her meltdown saying, oh, I need men to defend me, please, men, defend me. Her simp signal flew up in the sky asking for help. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that can happen with this whole thing that hasn't already happened. I don't see how it could get worse. Tim lost a chunk of his audience. Cashman lost credibility as a journalist. ELiza is under a microscope from every Tom, Dick, and Harry you can think of on the internet, it seems like. It's just, I think we're at the end of it. Except, like I usually say, unless some crazy shit happens, I don't see anything else coming out of this. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be my last video about it. A disclaimer, unless some crazy shit happens. Because I don't want to keep the the griftathon going with ELiza Bleu. Like, that's not a dead horse that I want to beat. You know, other people are probably going to keep covering it just to sort of keep the views flowing. I don't see any reason to. You know, there's not too much else going on except for this whole Sydney Watson versus the Blaze thing. And at this point, until the lawsuit, I know some people have actually read the lawsuit. You know, until this thing gets into full swing, I think at this point it's going to be kind of a he said, she said type of deal. And that's, I mean, there's not enough there for me to talk about, I don't think. I mean, I could make stuff to talk about, but I don't think it's going to be that interesting. It's nowhere near the heights that the Tim Pool coverage is. I will give my opinion on it. I think Sydney signed on to the Blaze, which is a conservative news outlet, in order to, you know, gain a foothold in that audience. You know, going back to that word grift, you know, you sort of, I think Sydney Watson's an atheist, and it honestly doesn't make sense for her to come off as this, you know, trad wife person, conservative, traditional atheist on a conservative channel. I mean, to be fair, she was kind of a punching bag for ELiza Schaffer and everybody else that was on there. You know, I can't not say that, but it's you could kind of see it coming from a mile away, I guess, especially after she left. And now they're using words like misogyny and sexual harassment and everything else in this lawsuit. So it's not really something I want to jump into just yet. You know, as more information comes out, then I might start to look at it. The only other thing I can think of with that is, you know, along those lines, you also have the stuff going on with Project Veritas, with James O'Keefe being pushed out. You know, the problem with both the Sydney Watson lawsuit and the Project Veritas stuff is that it leans into a more political sphere, and I don't really feel like jumping into that just yet. You know, if I do decide to get political, it is not going to be on this channel. It's going to be on a completely different channel, just because I feel like most channels of that type tend to alienate their audience, because there's no way in hell you're going to get, you know, either side of the political aisle to agree with each other. In fact, at least on this channel, I doubt you'll ever hear me in a video say what my political alignment is, just because it causes problems. You know, I have my opinions on a lot of stuff. I just keep my mouth shut. It's just too easy to trigger people with the wrong word usage, as I found out. And I don't want to do that. I'm not here to make people mad. I'm not here to stir up controversy because I said the wrong word, or people think that I align one way, which I don't. And it's overall easier. So, you know, that being said, I did want to talk about the Hogwarts Legacy controversy. I think I'll make that one big video. There's a lot to go over with that. Again, without trying to make it too politically one-sided, I think we can still talk about what went wrong and what went right with the game, as well as, you know, everything that surrounded it. So, yeah, I think we're done here. You know, Tim's doing his thing now. Whether he believes it's right or wrong, or whether we believe it's right or wrong, is irrelevant, because, like I said, multi-millionaire. No reason for me to question the guy or even care what he does. Cashman, well, you can see it right there. We know where he's at. You know, the guy spent 3 weeks with her. We don't know what happened. We don't know what they talked about. We don't know what kind of relationship they have. It's just, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we will probably never know. yeah, just wanted to put this one out there. Actually, this is my second run through because I am an idiot and didn't realize that my mic was muted after the first time I recorded this, so I had to go back and redo it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, hopefully y'all have enjoyed this Tim Pool arc. You know, I don't think we're going to see any more of it. Hopefully, I was about to say hopefully we do, but I don't know if I really want that to happen. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, hopefully something juicy happens.